know, sometimes it's just so difficult. Things don't work, things just don't work, and you just keep trying and they just don't work. And then I'm in the city now and there's all this fucking noise, man. There's noise everywhere, these cars. Surrender and allow, surrender and allow. You know, this busyness. It's agitating me today and yesterday. That's a good thing. It's a good thing to recognize where I get agitated, because it's an agent for change, right? Agitation. One of the biggest agents for change in my life was my divorce. Before then, living the 9 to 5, wearing a suit and tie, or shoot me and tie, strapped into a straight jacket, always just over broke, and didn't matter what came in, you know, mortgages, rentals, loans to pay back cars. It was just a never-ending cycle of treading water, or as Robert Kiyosaki talks about, you know, just in the rat race. You're in this hamster wheel going around and around and around in circles, and that was my life, man. I just didn't see any way out. I really didn't see any way out. I tried different things. I tried multi-level marketing and things, and it's just not my bag. You know, I really loved the idea of building a network like that, but I couldn't do it. There's got to be a better way, I thought. There are people out there that are living a different lifestyle, and what are they doing? How are they doing that? How can I do it? What can I find that will work for me? There's got to be something, right? I can't do it anymore. I can't work in the 9 to 5. I declared myself unemployable a number of years ago. Working in an office, getting there at a certain time, leaving at a certain time, needing to do certain things, on command, on demand, and I was just like, this isn't making me happy. You know, yes, I'm paying the bills and only just. And I want more, man. I want so much more, and I know it's possible. And I don't need a Lamborghini. I don't need a Ferrari. I don't need to have 4 different houses. I don't need to do the cruise line thing. I actually don't need a lot to live. But I want freedom. I want to have free choice to live where I want, when I want. I want to be able to take my kids around the world. I want them to see the world. I want them to have some culture. I want them to grow up in a world that's as big as possible, so that they can have the greatest perspective on life, so that they can really use that when they're growing up to make decisions. And they can actually have these global decisions from a really young age. That is my why. I'm doing this because I really want my girls to live an awesome freedom lifestyle. Yes, I want it. Fuck, I don't want anything else anymore. And I know that it's possible, and I know that it's going to take hard work, and I know that it's not a turnkey solution in the point of just push a button and it's done. But I do know it's a turnkey in the solution that I just need to follow the steps and keep doing the work and keep showing up, and it is going to happen. It's a numbers game. It's that simple. There are so many millions of people that are looking for online employment so that they can get away from there's so many things they're wanting to get away from. You know, look, living in a box, living in a place where all you can hear is your neighbours screaming, living in a job that you know that you're fucking climbing this ladder and there's this dude above you with a big fat ass that you can't get past, man. And then there are these jobs where, you know, you can look up and you think it goes forever, and then all of a sudden you start climbing up and it's like doof, this glass ceiling's there and there's just nowhere you can go from there. And then you got to step sideways, and then you got to go again, and you got to go again, and you just, you know, building this super so that you hope that by the time you're 65 and you're unemployable anymore, that you've got enough to survive on. And that's bullshit. I want to find, and I have found my passion. And I have found my purpose. And my purpose is to support myself and others to live the fullest radiance in their life that they can, whatever that looks like. My role as a father is to provide a scenario where my children can step into a world so that they can be the fullest version of themselves, whatever that looks like. That is my goal, that is my aim, that is my purpose, and that is my drive. And I am so driven. And I'm not going to stop until it's happened. It's not easy being a dad. And, you know, their mum and I have split about 5 years ago now, and I don't see them a lot, but I want to provide for them. I want to give them choice. That is something that I can do. What does your world look like? Are you surrounded by your neighbours that are half a brick away? What does your world look like? Are you just managing to keep your car running? Are you just managing to meet payments where if you don't get next week's salary, what are you going to do? You know, are you living week by week? I was living week by week. And if the money didn't come in, there was a panic in my body. So stressful. It's totally about survival. There was no choice in thriving. God, I put on so much weight, and I was unhappy, and I was unhealthy, and I was depressed, and I was scared, and I was confused. There was a point where I didn't even know what my favorite ice cream flavor was. My favorite ice cream was dependent on who I was with, because I was such a people pleaser that I wanted them to think that I picked the right ice cream, so I would try and work out what ice cream they liked, and then I would try and pick that one, you know. Some people I could kind of pick, yeah, maybe like a hazelnut or a chocolate or something rich like that. And for others it was more of a, oh, let's go for a sorbet, a lemon sorbet or a mango sorbet or something more along those lines. It was ridiculous. It was totally pathetic. But that was my truth. And it was only when I started to choose for myself that I started to find out those things. And then I started to choose a life for myself, as opposed to just being able to live. I invite you to check out the link below and see the 7-part series of the guys that I was introduced to that have changed my life. These guys are earning multi-million dollars. They've changed thousands of people's lives. They have a system that is set up that you can plug into at whatever level you are now able to, so that you can build your business alongside what you're doing right now to the point where you don't need what you're doing right now anymore. It's unique, it's amazing, and it's creating an awesome freedom lifestyle for myself, my family, and my friends. And I invite you to come and experience what it is to live an awesome freedom lifestyle.